everyone. This is Bakugou X Listener Part 19. I'm sorry I posted this late. I almost missed posting today, which I got pretty stressed out from. I started to get ready and stuff like that. So here it is, Part 19. I'm sorry for the noise in the background and all the mess ups and stutters I'll have in this video. Alright, let's get into it. Your house, stupid. You only nodded, still half asleep, before trying to stand up, but ultimately failed, landing your butt on the seat. Bakugou curses under his breath before adjusting the bags. Since his backpack only had a towel, his used shirt, snacks, and an empty water jug inside, there was a bit of space, so he put your sling bag inside, not forgetting to include your can, and had fortunately fit before wearing it and putting it on his front. Then he crouched down, his back facing you. You started cluelessly. Bakugou sighed once again, cursing. Jump on my back, dollface. You pursed your lips before standing up, then fell on his back. Why am I doing this for her? He grunted before lifting you up, putting his hands under your thighs, then stood up. It was probably because he had a girl that he learned to adore on his back. Sure, it was probably a nuisance having to unnecessarily lift heavy weights, but it was worth it. Why? Because you had your cheek pressed on his shoulder, giving him a bit of a view of your side. It only made the boy want to kiss you more. That was until you both gathered a few attention from the public. Passerbys would smile in awe or stare in adoration or shock. Whoa, he has a pretty girl on his back. A young boy who's probably 6 exclaimed. No, she's a princess. The girl beside him remarked. They look cute together, don't they? The young girl added. But I could do that when we're older. The 6-year-old boy pumped his fists while only make the girl giggle. That made the blonde boy stop in his tracks before scoffing, then continue to walk. Arriving at your gate, you were still asleep in his arms. Bakugou then yelled out, Oi, anyone home? A few seconds later, a woman in her 60s came. She was about to ask who it was before wearing a shocked expression when she saw her granddaughter on the back of a man. The senior woman hurriedly opened the gate, telling Bakugou to come in. Good afternoon, ma'am. Bakugou casually greets, out of character. I am so sorry to bother you with this girl, young man. Your grandmother opened the door for him. You could put her in the sofa, so you didn't need to go to her room. The old woman worriedly says, It's fine. Where is it? Upstairs. Bakugou nodded before heading upstairs only to see 2 doors, though the first door had your name initials on it, so he assumed it was yours. And damned was he lucky to find it already opened, so he lightly kicked the door open before seeing an organized room with a favorite color theme. And as much as gently possible did the boy let you land on your bed. Then he took off your sling bag and placed it beside your bed. Stupid girl, making me do all this, he thought angrily before tucking you in under the covers and adjusted your head on the pillow. Bakugou then stretched out before placing his backpack to its usual spot. His eyes examined your room. It was organized for sure. A bedside table with a lamp and a vase and a few drawers, a study table with many drawers, pen holders, papers, notebooks, a laptop, and a calendar on top, a small bulletin board for school reminders on sticky notes and pinned papers, fairy lights adoring the corner from above, an electric piano as well, a bookshelf nailed on top of your bed, a window seat with a comfy mattress and soft pillows along with it, a carpeted floor, posters of your favorite anime characters, a spot in the corner of the wall having Polaroid and ordinary photos shaped in a heart. There were pictures of you, your family, friends, memorable places, events, and favorite food or things. But what caught the blonde's attention was a baby picture of you, and it reached beyond his expectations. His breath hitched, almost choking on his own saliva. He stared dumbfounded for who was how long before shaking his head. Bakugou quickly but hesitantly brought out his phone and snapped a few pictures of you. All of them were your toddler and baby pictures, which were quite a few, so he was able to finish quickly. After that, Bakugou borrowed a pen and wrote something on your sticky note before pulling it out and sticking it on your lamp. You snore a lot, dollface. He smirks, chuckling, before leaving your door and headed downstairs. Then was greeted with your grandparents. We apologize for letting you carry our troublesome girl. Your grandfather scratched his neck. His wife nodded. You must be extremely tired of carrying her, I'm sure. Do you want a drink? Maybe something to fill in your stomach? Bakugou shook his head. No, I don't need to, miss. My old hag, my mom, must be looking for me already. Ah, yes, thank you again for helping us, young man. The old woman smiled wholesomely. So, are you our little girl's boyfriend? The old man cheekily grinned. Bakugou widened his eyes, obviously caught off guard, but he only coughed before clearing his throat. No, sir, I'm one of her best friends. Your grandfather only let out a wheezy laugh before your grandmother scolded him for asking such a question. Anyway, Bakugou then left after bidding a polite goodbye to the old people. Then Bakugou couldn't help but remember those moments he had with you when you both held hands. He always wondered what it was like to hold hands whenever his younger self would see his parents hold theirs. But now he knew, and Bakugou remembered the feeling damn well. It was as if finding a safe place to hide before realizing you were at home. She was about to ask who it was before wearing a shocked expression. Blah, blah. Okay, that was a little cutscene from one of my bloopers today, but that was nothing. It was because I was kind of stunned by the action of Bakugou. I had to put the little mistake and blooper in. That was only a little mistake that I made, and of course I had to edit it, cut it out. Too lazy to redo the whole thing, but that's the end for today's video. Yes, this part was still pretty short, but I assure all of you, the next part 20, has a lot of juicy lines. But of course, we're gonna keep it to the bare minimum. No cursing, of course, because I don't feel comfortable cursing, and plus, I don't like cursing, let's just say. Bad experience with cursing. So, of course, since this is Bakugou, I still have to do quite a few curse words, but of course not the F word, not the S word, not the DA word. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys!